My stitching lines are actually going to be the grain line, okay? So I want to make sure that I have enough, and I can cut it all the way to the very edge, okay? And my pieces can touch themselves. I mean, this is nothing wrong with that. So I know that some of you, when you are cutting, you always leave all of this space around it, right? There's really no need for that. That's what I meant by touching itself. Now, this doesn't have a right or a left. So if I flip it, it doesn't matter. I need two sides, I need one front. So maybe I can get one here. So I can go closer to this edge. And I'm gonna get the front here. And I am not going to cut the notches, okay? Because then it will be a hole on it. I just did them as a reference. So when I was walking it, I can, this is a little bit off. I can see if it was actually the right size and so on. This Band-Aid is driving me crazy. So again, the grain line is the stitching line that I just did. So for example, this, I'm probably gonna have a little bit left over, but be smart, guys, when you place your pattern pieces so they will fit, okay? Because it should be enough, these squares that I've given you. I'm gonna give you enough for all of this, and eventually I'm gonna get more, because you're gonna have to do another one of these for your real bustier, okay? Now, I wouldn't go ahead and cut two of them, because the purpose of making a toile and a testing is to make sure that your pattern works. So if there's any corrections to do, bless you, you're gonna end up having two not so great ones. But if you wait until the other one is done, then you make sure that it works, and then you can have one that you don't need to do corrections to. So I'm just gonna cut around it. I should do like those cooking shows. I get the fabric, I put it inside the oven, and all of a sudden, poof, I open the other side of the oven and it's cut.
Martha Stewart.
I would call more Julia Childs. She's the one that invented that whole system.
Yeah. The one that was like ginger, right? The older
Huh?
woman? Like the
An older woman? Yeah.
They made
I
a
met
movie out
her.
of her, no?
Huh?
They made a movie out of
Yes.
with like Anne Hathaway.
She's a little dead now, but yeah. No Anne Hathaway.
Was it?
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Yeah. I met her.
Because her whole thing was like for the middle, like for middle class, right?
No, she wanted to bring French cuisine to America, so it wouldn't be a mystery. So she wrote a book with the very intricate French techniques of cuisine, but made it available for everybody to actually have those recipes and produce it. I met her in a very weird circumstance. And if I really tell you the story, I'm gonna make myself look really old.
You're only 19.
I'm only 19.
I know you feel old.
I don't feel old. There's a TV channel, isn't it? A couple of blocks from here, or used to be one.
What?
So, no, it was in English. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, they invited me to present a young designer in Miami, present his collection. And after me, Julia Child was gonna cook.
Because you
So-
cooked, so she gotta cook.
Huh?
Because you cooked.
So dumb.
No, I didn't cook. So they were interviewing me, and the model was walking, the first one, there were 4. And all of a sudden they say we interrupt the thing because we need to report on the Rodney King riots in California.
Rodney King riots.
Yeah.
You sure you're 19?
I'm sure that I'm 19. And she didn't get to cook, and I didn't get to show my rest of my stuff. And it was a really bad riot. You guys know what it's about? It was the first televised arrest from Los Angeles police for a black person got beaten on TV. So there were riots all over the country because of that. And which was terrible. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't get my TV moment. I didn't get my 5 minutes. I got 1.5.
That's all I would.
But I got to meet her backstage. Oh, I cut my thread by mistake. Okay, so to sew it, this is an interesting part. We have no seam allowance, and this is very thick. So if we sew it with a machine and we press it open, we're gonna have a really thick cording around the seam. So what we're going to do is we're going to place it edge to edge. This is the first time you put edge to edge because it has no seam allowance, okay? And you're gonna get a double thread like this. And we are going to do a couple of stitches at the beginning because it tends to separate at the beginning and at the end. And you're gonna do just like a little basting stitch, right? But you're going to make it loose. Don't make it too tight. Notice that I'm not pulling. Can you see it? Okay. Because it's color on color. Should have used a contrasting color so you can see it better. So do it loose, and there is a reason for it. See, I'm matching the edges, and notice that since I walk this, I know for a fact it's gonna fit. I'm not even putting pins on it. I'm kind of also afraid to even put pins on it because the fabric is so thick that it's going to be shifting the length of this, okay? But look, it fits exact, right? So you put edge to edge, and then you keep doing that basting stitch that it's getting stuck on my Band-Aid. Again, did I say it? Don't pull it tight. Do it loose. Because it looks like, what did you say? Baseball?
Yes.
Okay. And keep in mind that we don't have the same curve on it. See that it shifts? I need to move it so it would match the edges. Okay? I'm running out of thread. I ran out of thread. I'm gonna show you only one cup, and then you guys don't have to watch me doing all of this. Then I'm gonna do the other one, and I'm gonna show you on the dress form how it's going to look. Little protein, we make a little knot. Just be careful with the DNA that is yours and not somebody else's. You don't know where that protein it's been.
You have to do two of those, I guess. This is sometimes one too. But with the interface.
Okay. So, let me just finish this up.
For this, as a side note, for the patterns.
Say it again?
For the patterns.
Yes.
You you write it in the color that it corresponds with?
Correct.
Okay.
That's the purpose of the cutter's must. So when you are actually cutting all the pieces, let's say you're doing
They'll be color-coded.
combo number 1, which is, so you just look at all the patterns automatically by color, you can separate them.
I didn't know about.
That's when you would say, oh my God, that's so smart. Okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So look at this. If I open it, I have a big ridge on the edge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them and shift them so that way it would move and it would lay side to side. That's why I did the stitch loose. So if you see it, there is no ridge. It's all continuing. See that? It's just soft and flat, right? But it has the shape of the cup. So if you want to turn the camera so we can see at least one. No, you can.
It's obviously the last. Wait, it's so tall.
Look, I don't even have to pin it.
Oh.
Nice.
Can you turn it for a little?
Okay? So I'm gonna do the other one and then we're gonna have it ready for the rest of the bustier. We are not going to drape the rest of the bustier unless we have this on the dress form. Okay? The comparison to that would be, let's say you buy a pair of shoes without socks, closed, and then when you get home, you put your gym socks on it. What happens to it? Your feet hurts, right? So what happens that if you do the draping without the bus cup and then you stick the bus cup, there is a physics law that says that two things cannot be in the same place at the same time. That's why you have muffin tops. That's called the law of the impenetrability, right? So that's when you have those people that things are overflowing because they're wearing something too small. All right, enough for the video. I might get sued.